Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the midday update. It is now 11:40, and the market continues this upward, trajectory. The bias has been up. The bias continues to remain up. We'll take a look at the spiders in a second. So stocks catching a bid today. The strong ones remain strong. The weak ones remain not necessarily weak, but more out of play. More sideways consolidation on some of the weaker symbols. So let's take a look here at the market. Let's flip over to some charts. We'll start with the spiders here. 8, 9 days of consolidation here. Again, S&P's perking their head up to new highs. It is a slow bleed higher, slow grind higher. You're not seeing this fast money, but generally when a stock holds its 8-period EMA, which is what the S&Ps are doing, at some point they do try to break away to the upside. So we are expecting more upside here in the S&Ps, whether it's today, tomorrow, possibly into next week. We do think that, at least I think 144 could be in the cards here. And let me show you why. Let me show you, just sort of go out to higher time frames. It looks to me like 144 plus or minus could be, an area of initial resistance here. We've made, I'll show you my lines here. We've sort of made these, higher highs, and we could test this upper boundary or this upper trend line here just by looking back and connecting the 2011 highs and our highs earlier from, I guess it was April. So this could project out to about 144 in the SPYs here. It's right around here. We'll take a look at a weekly also, just to kind of give you some more color on that. So we're going to keep an eye on that level. You can see it a little clearer here up on the weekly, and that comes into play around 144. So this is, definitively possible. There is some resistance here to the left, like I said, from highs made back in April and May this year. As we are back there, we have been on just a nice trajectory here in the market, and this as we go down, we do our time frame analysis, and as we go down, even here on a micro level over the last week or two, just a very bullish consolidation in the market, piercing and going higher intraday here as we speak. So continue to stay with that trade as it still looks like it's got some upside left in it. A couple of leaders, Apple saw that tail down on Tuesday. You can see this tail down into that 640, pulled back a little further yesterday, but again, being bought back again today as these pullbacks are getting bought in a lot of these stocks. And again, you can see the trend here just continue to remain up. Google, another leader stock that's had just an unbelievable run here in a very short amount of time, just sort of taking a pause here, not really much of a day in terms of a direction, not really getting that that push higher with the market, so sort of just a day off there. Baidu breaking out definitively here of this 8-day base pattern. You can see the 132 level, which we had talked about as resistance, clearly breaking through that earlier in the day and continues to rise. And these bullish patterns are getting bought. This is where money is being made. This is where follow-through is happening. So, probably a little bit off the Sina news. Sina had earnings last night. Sina gapping up to about 55 and, trading higher. A little bit of a short squeeze type trade happening here as this is a very heavily shorted stock. And you can see why, as the stock has, done nothing but basically go lower for the last, 6 or 8 months. So up here in the 57, 58 area, tough to be on the long side into this, prior resistance. Could see a little higher, could see as high as 60, maybe into tomorrow or later in the day. But definitely tough to chase. You don't want to chase price in this market. It is a very difficult trade to be involved with. Some other stocks notable, worth mentioning, Walmart. This is a daily of Walmart. Breaking down out of the base post-earnings. And not seeing, massive selling. We really more of a gap down. We did see some selling off the open, but definitely, the structure has definitively changed here as we are now below prior, what was prior support here in the short term. And this stock, in the short, may just consolidate here. I would say probably best to avoid at this point. And lastly, Facebook, on the other side of the coin, the lockup today coming to an end, and the stock gapping down, flirting with these prior lows down here around 1980. We did take those out marginally intraday, but not a whole lot of sustained selling here, but a very, very weak stock. And this is a stock that has done nothing but sell off since basically the July, the bounce here from 32. We're now trading down around the $19, $20 area, and not much of a buyer in sight here. So continue to look for new lows in Facebook on any short-term strength, as that trade has panned out very, very nicely for a lot of traders on that one. Outside of that, stay with the winners, stay with the leaders, stay with the apples. As they continue to grind higher. Apple just a stone's throw away from new 52-week highs. You can see prior highs up here around 644. So now trading around 636, and I suspect we are going to get higher and test that level in the not too distant future. So as always, plan traders, profitable traders, stay with this trend. The trend has been very, very powerful, and there's been lots of base patterns that have broken out. And that trade has worked very, very well, and we continue to monitor the upside, but we do suspect that the general indexes are going to continue to probe higher, as that's what the market and price is dictating here. Have a great day trading, and I'll talk to you on the VTF.
Hello, everybody. My name is Pete Renzulli, Chief Marketing Officer of T3Live.com. I'm really, really excited about introducing you to and inviting you to the first T3 Live Active Trader Summit. There's going to be a ton of great content, but the number one reason you want to come is you want to be able to network and associate with other like-minded people who have a burning desire to learn how to be a trader. So I'm going to ask you to make a trade. Trade one Saturday for some of your time to come down and learn strategies, tactics, techniques, and put some faces to the people that you see in the virtual trading floor in T3 Live, and learn to take your trading bigger. Learn how to be a better trader than you are now. Learn the strategies. It's going to be a lot of fun. Go to T3Live.com and register. If you would like to join us at the post-event cocktail reception, you can also upgrade to either premium or VIP. That's up to you, but either way, please take advantage of the general admission, 2 free tickets. Come down and expect to have a great time.